the ancient town of Hoi An, 100 kilometers south, down the coast, is a much more beguiling place to spend a few days, with its lazy river lined with mustard yellow merchants' houses. Vietnam's former imperial capital, Hue, has the sites, temples, tombs and the purple Forbidden City, but much of it was destroyed during the American War from 1955 to 1975. And beaches a few kilometers away, it owes its wonderfully well-preserved state to the silting up of the Thursday Bien River in the 19th century, which put an end to its importance as a trading post, but helped it escape modern development and U.S. bombing. Yes, it's touristed, but the old town is surprisingly extensive and can absorb a lot of visitors without losing its dreamy atmosphere. And while much of Vietnam, to both north and south, gets a thorough soaking in summer, the central coast is at its driest and sunniest in May, June and July. Take a cooking class. Photo taken from directly above an array of dishes and food from a cookery class in Hoi An. Vietnam. Hoi An is known for its diverse and excellent food, a legacy of the many nationalities, including Japanese, Chinese and Portuguese, that lived or traded here. It can seem that every other restaurant is offering cooking classes, but the Thuan Tin Cooking Day offers more than some after a visit to the fascinating market to collect ingredients. You board a riverboat and putter eastwards along the river to this low-lying island near the river mouth, completing the final stretch by rowing boat, and it's on with cooking and eating a selection of dishes: fresh spring rolls, crispy pancakes, beef noodle salad and classic pho. Say, while enjoying the village atmosphere and watching tiny basket boats navigate the water coconut-lined waterways. Explore on a cycle tour. Rear view of a woman riding a bicycle on a footpath amidst farm, in Hoi An, Vietnam. Cars and even motorbikes are banned from the center of Hoi An, so the push bike is king. Most homestays offer bikes to guests, and joining the many cyclists on the roads provides an instant immersion into local life. Hit the beach. The nearest beach to town, Ca Di, has a severe erosion problem, exacerbated by winter typhoons, which saw most of the sand washed away from the seafront. See where your lunch is grown. Most meals in Hoi An include an abundance of the fresh vegetables and herbs that make eating in Vietnam such a delight. Drink beer. After doing the sights in town, temples, ancient houses, chapels, the covered bridge heads south over the central footbridge to An Hai Islet, whose riverfront is lined with bars offering ice-cold glasses of the daily brewed refreshing lager called Beer Hai at cheap prices less than 20p a half pint. Eat Khao Lao. This Hoi An noodle speciality has been eaten in the city since the 17th century. The rice noodles get their brown color and unusual flavor from being mixed with lye water. Try a tasting plate. There are often more Vietnamese than Westerners at Quan Dao Bac, a tiny wedge-shaped restaurant at the western end, number 147 of Main Phan Chow Trim Street. Discover street barbecue. For a really cheap dinner on the hoof, wander the north bank of the Thursday Bien River after dark, where dozens of little charcoal braziers are set up. Budget accommodation at a homestay. As with many parts of Asia, these are not really homes but small, informal hotels built on the side of a family house.